Stop recording. Okay, please stop recording. That's why you're not getting views on YouTube. All right. I'll tell you why. Just stop recording, please. Please don't record. Stop. I know that was ridiculous, That was very, very ridiculous, I must say. But please stop recording. I will tell you why you need to stop recording. Okay. This is not just one of those videos to get clicks or anything like that. Okay. Or maybe let me reframe what I wanted to say. Okay. Instead of stopping to record, do something before you record. All right. Do some analysis to see whether or not your video will perform well before you go ahead to record. If I should ask you right now, what is your niche topic? Some of you, especially we those small content creators, we might find it hard to say like what is really our niche. If I should ask you what is the trending topic within your niche, you probably will not be able to tell me. And this is why you can't grow on YouTube. Unless you want to do YouTube for just the love of it, you want to make videos just for the love of creation. But if you really want to grow sustainably and make a living out of YouTube, then you need to give your YouTube audience what they want. As a matter of fact, YouTube itself tells us that we should give our audience what they want. Okay? Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So right here in YouTube, if I should click on my picture icon here and go to YouTube Studio, on my dashboard, notice what they are telling me here. They are telling me new achievements. People are getting hooked on your channel. Congrats for reaching 10,000 watch hours for a small channel that has just 670 subscribers. All right. But I've already gotten 10,000 watch hours, and they are saying what? Keep giving them what they want. Keep giving your audience what they want. All right. Your audience matter. You do matter, but if you are making videos for your audience. So you should know what content your audience really want. You should be able to know the interest of your audience. Okay. What do they like to view on YouTube? And YouTube gives us all that data, as a matter of fact. So there's no reason to not know what your audience wants. Okay. YouTube gives us all that data. Initially, that data was not very accessible because people had to use like vidIQ and TubeBuddy, and not everybody has access to that. So it's like, but now YouTube, with the help of AI, has actually given us two important tools that I'm going to share with you. And with these two important tools, you have access to your to knowing your niche topic and to know the trending topics within your niche. Okay. And you will be able to determine your target audience right from the get go, right from the conception of the video, before you even press the record button. That's why I'm saying stop recording and do the due diligence before recording. That is what I wanted to say. Right. Do that. Sorry for scratching my head. I don't know. That is it. If you don't, you see, people what you see, the success and the growth that you see on people's channel is actually something that they prepare before executing. You only see the growth and you think it's just the algorithm that fell in love with them, but they had already prepared that growth and only kept it for the algorithm to execute. You get what I mean? So it's very, very important, you know. Else, we all, like, I've also bought into the whole concept of what do they call it? Of you know, the whole concept of SEO. I'm not by this saying SEO is not important. Making sure that your channel has keywords. I've done all of that. You see, but sometimes if you don't respect what you yourself you do, if you define your niche here and then you go to make videos outside of your niche, YouTube algorithm gets confused because YouTube is going to send your videos to people who have subscribed to your channel for what you've kept within the keywords here, okay? Or people that have just subscribed to your channel based on, their viewership of your channel previously. So now when you make new content outside of your niche and YouTube sends this content to the YouTube homepage, okay, the this is how YouTube feed works. YouTube will bring the videos to the homepage here for the viewer, and when the viewer is not interested in these videos, this signals YouTube algorithm that you are not making good content. But that is simply because this person subscribed for something and today you are giving them something totally different. So to avoid this, it is very, very important that you know your niche, stay within your niche, and grow within your niche. You'll see that your growth will be exponential. I never also knew this. And I was just jumping from niche to niche. I was just jumping up from anything. If you look at my tutorials channel, I talk about almost everything. You see, and I actually do my videos in French and English. Now I have French audience mixed with English audience. And that hurts my channel. But I'm beginning to learn these lessons and I'm looking forward to how I can actually split my content and be more organized and actually build, authentic and interactive audience, that are really interested in what I'm doing. So anytime you post a video, people will be waiting to see your next video. That is what that means. And that's how you grow exponentially. Else, you just have some sporadic success where one video is reaching this and it may take you a year to get another viral video. You see? So, this is very, very important. With all that said, how do you now find your niche topic? That is the most important thing. Okay. To find your niche topic, when you go to YouTube, there are two important tools that I'm going to show you. The first tool is to go to content inspiration. So when you go to YouTube Studio like this, click on what? Content, and then come and click on inspiration. Now, when you click on inspiration, you see here ideas for your next video inspired by your channel. This is based on your channel's what performance. At the moment, this is my podcast channel actually, and my podcast channel talks about what? I usually talk about um pop the balloon dating shows. I started reacting to that recently. And then I also talk about, let's say, um I talk about African culture, African history and culture, talk about dating and relationship, real life experiences and lessons learned and those things. That is what I do on my current page. Right. You see, just real life experiences and those kind of stuffs. So, and the trending videos on my channel at the moment is what? Is, for instance, pop the balloon reaction videos. Look at one of them. I just did it a month ago and it's already having 108 views. So you can see clearly that the ideas for my next video With this AI system called content inspiration, naturally it gives me my next video topics are all about pop the balloon almost. All right. And I can actually click on any of them, you know, I can actually click on any of them and it gives you your hooks that you need for your description. Your description needs to contain the right keywords and the correct hook, whether this is a question hook, whether this is like um art personnel tag. You could focus on, you could just choose any of these hooks, choose the appropriate hooks, any of them, and just you could be inspired by this to do your own hook or even use the same hook if your the topic that you are talking about is exactly the same as any of these um topics suggested or inspired by your channel, you see. So this is how, this one way to know, like this is how you brainstorm ideas for your next video. And even after this you can test the interest level. So you see, if you check here, by default all these video topics here are what, having very pop are very popular with your viewers, meaning that your viewers have subscribed for this. If you are giving them something else, don't expect any growth anytime soon because it will take time to build audience that will be interested in your new content. But if you want to grow, if you want the algorithm to push you right away, then follow the inspiration for your next content. It's very important. The good thing also here is that, okay, I did not even finish showing you. When you click on any of these topics, you see hooks. It also outlines how you can make the video. And if you should go back, you also see different thumbnails that you can design for your own. You can use, download some of them, use them for your videos, as templates for your thumbnail design. And you also have what, titles, sample titles that you can. So sometimes we are in short of keywords or we are in short of ideas on how to frame a catchy title. You have everything already framed here. And the good thing is that these titles will have the appropriate keywords. So you have optimized titles that will let you rank in YouTube search and dominate the YouTube algorithm. That is just all that is about. And you have trending videos from whom, or from trending creators from whom you can draw inspiration to also make your own videos. Not just that, with still on the inspiration tab, you can also search for your own ideas. So for instance, if I'm interested in talking about, um, let's say I'm interested in talking about African schools. I can just type African schools. You see, and I click on get ideas. You can even type the whole video title if you already have the video title in mind, and you see different type of inspiring stories from African graduates, how technology is transforming. So you can brainstorm ideas here, and any of these will give you the hooks and all the data that you need for your description, titles, tags, and everything. So this is one way, and you can always save the ideas. Like I said, you can access these save ideas anytime by clicking on save ideas, and you have them here. Now let's come back, and I will tell you one last tool. The other last tool, you probably already know it or you have not been using it, is your trends within your channel analytics. When you come into an analytics, and then you come and click on what uh, trends here, you will see what people are looking for at the moment. Okay. So based on your niche, you see naturally what is trending. So for instance, this, that. Because one thing you should note is that you need to, so there are two take homes here. Stay within your niche. Always try to do content that are inspired by your next, I mean, you always make content on topics that are inspired by your own channel. All right. Because it means that YouTube has recognized you as somebody that makes content about these topics. That's one thing. Now the next thing is, and even we saw that those trending topics, YouTube even still shows that whether this is very popular among your viewers or not. So you have everything that you need. But we still have this trending topic here. I mean, trending tool here. And with this trending tool, with YouTube's trends, you can actually make content. It can help you in case you want to make content outside of your niche. This can guide you to know, is this type of content that I want to do outside of my niche something trending? One thing you should understand is that even if you are doing something within your niche, and even your niche is not already trending, there's no point having a niche. There's no point choosing to say you want to make videos about how to prepare tomato sauce if uh, people are not interested in watching tomato sauce. If there's no real life audience interested in watching tomato sauce preparation videos, there's no point. So you see that we have these tools are actually complementary. So if you want to maybe make a video outside of your niche and you still want to be sure whether people are really looking for this particular thing, regardless, even if it's not inspired by your niche, then in that case, you can come over here and you see by default, you see things like what people are looking for. You see? But so if you want, you can make videos about any of these things and you still trend, you still do well, though it's not even within your niche. It doesn't matter. You can click on show all and you see everything here, different things that people are looking for. So you can, this is another way to even still brainstorm ideas. You see, you can come back here, you can click on all these videos and look at them. What are people really talking about and they are trending? You can come back here and then you can search for your video idea. So this is outside of your niche. So let's assume I'm searching for something random like how to, let's say, get views. How to get views. So if I say how to get views and hit enter, notice what they are telling me. They are telling me what? How to get views, very low interest. Very low interest from your viewers. Why? Because this particular channel that you see here is about what? My podcast channel. I don't talk about these kind of tutorials on my podcast channel. I talk about it on my Minikun tutorials channel. So it means that already they are warning you that your viewers are not really interested in, which means that the people that have subscribed to my channel or that have viewed my content in the past is to these same people and other people that have similar viewer behavior that the algorithm is going to feed on the YouTube home tab, okay, my videos. So if these people are not interested in this type of content, what is the point making this type of content? You see it. But sometimes I do understand that as content creators, we cannot always stay in our niche sometimes. We are obliged sometimes. It's just because of the passion and the love of for what we do. So sometimes you don't make content because you just want to get views, though that is the goal of every YouTuber. But sometimes we want to deviate sometimes a bit to really be ourselves and to really do other things that we are really passionate about. But that's why I was telling you, if that thing is very, very far away from your niche, I would recommend that you create a separate channel for it. Else it's going to hurt you in the long run because when YouTube continues to send your videos to these, your new videos to these people and they are not interested, you end up shadow banning your whole channel. So to prevent this, you have to make sure that you do what? You do your due diligence. So, but assuming that I still want to make a video, a topic on this a video on this topic, though my viewers have low interest for this, then I will still um, then I could still go ahead and brainstorm ideas within the content inspiration. So if I click on brainstorm ideas within the content inspiration, it sends me right away to my content inspiration. And you see things like, so you see, even uh, within my content inspiration, it's still trying to twist it toward pop the balloon, because that is what my content is, my training content at the moment is about. So it has twisted it toward how to get more views on pop the balloon. It's not talking about how to get more views for YouTube or anything. So if I want to, so you see, it's still about pop the balloon, what is good for your channel or based on your channel performance at the moment. So that's one thing to note. Now, another thing you could still do within trend is what? When you search for your topic. So let's say I search for uh, now, assuming that I search for something that is related to my niche. So now, what I would tell you is that if the topic that if you key in something within YouTube trends that is outside of your niche, and what you have keyed in is not related to your niche, you go to YouTube content inspiration, and the topics that YouTube, the brainstorming ideas that YouTube has given you, the AI system has given you, you are not interested in any of it, then don't just make a video about it, because it will be meaningless. But assuming that you come and look for another topic that is maybe related to your niche. Let's see, for instance, if you, or any topic that is even trending. So let's say you come and type, let's say, assume that you come and type, let me type, for instance, pop the balloon. I know that is not a good example because it's already trending. I'm already doing videos on it. But if I should talk about pop the balloon or find love, you see, here they already know that my viewers, you see, very high volume. People are really searching for this. We have like, so already you have an idea about what exactly what the trending topic is. So the whole of pop the balloon is a trending niche, but people are interested in topics like pop the balloon, funny moments. Sorry, funny, pop the balloon, or find love. That's where the funny moment, that's where people have high interest in. There are other people talking about medium interest. For instance, people talking about pop the balloon or find love, funny episode, pop the balloon. So there is a high interest in this. So this one other way. And you can click on any of these. You know, you have sample videos here to get inspiration from. You can brainstorm ideas right here. And then you are good to go. You get your hooks and everything that you need to make your video. So in a nutshell, this is how you simply test your video ideas in YouTube, whether you have vidIQ or TubeBuddy or any of those tools. Now you can do it right in YouTube. So now you can record. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got some value from this video. Please subscribe. All small YouTubers should gather here so we can support each other and grow, and really, get to understand what challenges each and everyone is facing, and also share our experiences so we all can grow. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and see you in the next one. Bye for now.